Don't you just want to relax and put your feet up tonight, not have to think about dinner? I do. This week we're featuring lots of 5-ingredient recipes, and today's recipe is a delicious ginger chicken. You make a delicious spice rub with some ginger and some scallions and some lime, and you rub it on your chicken and you broil it. Practically makes itself. I like to peel my ginger with a spoon. A knife is definitely going to remove more of the flesh, and you want to keep every little bit that you can. Fresh ginger, it's completely different than dry ginger, so make a little bit of an effort to go out and look for some because it's really delicious and it's kind of not replaceable. So I need a tablespoon, and I have a tablespoon. 4 scallions, minced. Scallions are a really nice mild onion, and mincing them is not going to make you cry. Not like those nasty old regular onions. Darn you, regular onions and your crying abilities. Actually, I'm the one with the crying abilities. The onions, they don't have any abilities except to make food taste delicious. If your knife isn't sharp, this will not work. If you use a dull knife to try to do something like this, you are going to be bruising it. I am done. It did make my eyes sting. Just a tiny bit, but as you can see, my mascara is intact. I'm totally fine. Now I'm just making a little paste here with my scallions and ginger, a tablespoon of ginger, lime juice, a tablespoon, 2 teaspoons of curry powder. Use a nice mild curry powder, some black pepper, and a teaspoon of coarse salt. This is all mixing together really nicely into a flavor paste, and these delicate scallions are gonna cook down really quickly underneath the skin of the chicken. The chicken are bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. Lift up the skin and rub a little bit of the paste underneath the skin of each chicken thigh. Stuffing the paste underneath the skin right next to the meat really helps the flavor penetrate into the meat as it's cooking. You don't want the paste on the outside because these are going to be broiled, and the little bits of the green onion, they're going to burn. The skin also protects the paste from burning. This separate bowl of salt, season the skin side. Turn them over. You're gonna start your cooking skin side down. That's so that your skin doesn't burn because it's going into the broiler. Now that they're salted, they can go into the broiler for 5 minutes on the first side. Let me wash my hands first though. I've lined my baking sheet with aluminum foil. This helps a lot with cleanup. Okay, now I can go to the oven. Hands are clean. This is a 5-ingredient dish if you just make the chicken as 5 ingredients. But I'm gonna double the ingredients and make couscous to go with it. I have a cup of water boiling in here, half a teaspoon of salt, and then add 1 cup of couscous. It doesn't really need to cook. You just put it into boiling water and let it stand for 5 minutes, and it's done. So in that goes. Swirl it around a sec, turn it off. And just to give it a little bit of fun and add a little veg. Everybody's so into grating carrots, I don't like it. I always end up with a little stump that you can't grate. But then I eat it, so I guess I shouldn't complain. So while your couscous sits for 5 minutes, just add your carrots right in there. Give it a stir, and then cover it for 5 minutes. That is it. Now I'm gonna check on the chicken. Sizzling and delicious. So now I'm turning them over skin side up so that the skin gets nice and crispy. They go back in the broiler till the chicken's cooked through and the skin is all nice and crisp. All right, just let that cook for 5 minutes. I have some cilantro I want to cut up just as a garnish. I just naturally gravitate towards cilantro. I guess I love it. I mean, not I guess, I know I love it. But if you don't love it, leave the cilantro out. It's completely optional. Couscous. Now I can get that chicken. Et voila. A meat thermometer inserted in the thickest part should read 165. Just a little olive oil for the couscous, about a tablespoon. Fluff, put a little couscous on your plate, some delicious chicken, and then last but not least, some cilantro. What do you think? I think it looks fantastic and delightful and delicious, and I'm gonna eat it right now. You know how I like the gooey bits on the pan? This is no exception. Gooey bits on pan, check. My favorite part.